Let's Talk Patriots podcast. Hope y'all doing all right after the day on this late Monday evening. I'm here to recap the game from yesterday, the Patriots and the Chargers. I'm back. Did my shows last week. Didn't give a prediction show. Probably a good thing I didn't, cause boy, would I would have been wrong. I actually thought we had a pretty good slight chance of winning this game against the Chargers, but we didn't. Give y'all a few minutes to check in here. Also, whenever y'all check in, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on IG, and make sure the cash app is down if you would like to support the channel. I appreciate all y'all that's gonna check in, and the ones gonna check in later on. Yeah, man, it was a big. I said it was a bad showing against the Los Angeles Chargers. I mean, we put Bailey Zappi in. Hopefully, that would have brought us a spark, but it really didn't. I think the offense looked different, but it was basically about the same results. He didn't even score a touchdown. Bailey Zappi got sacked 5 or 6 times. I haven't even had a chance to look at the all 22 yet, but Bailey Zappi actually got sacked 5 or 6 times. He wasn't great, but I don't think he was god awful. He made some pretty nice passes. I know Devontae Parker had a decent game, probably one of his better games of the season. A couple deep passes, a couple in breaking routes with Parker. Bailey Zappi didn't turn the ball over, so I guess that's a good thing. No turnovers from Bailey Zappi. We did. Ramondre Stevenson did fumble, and he got hurt. He's gonna be out. I get into that in a little bit. He's gonna be out for a while. I really don't see no point of bringing Ramondre back for this season. Season's already lost. I thought overall Bailey Zappi, if I had to give him a letter grade, I'd probably give him a C. I thought he was solid. Wasn't horrible, wasn't great, but wasn't horrible. You know what I mean? Wasn't nothing crazy. He on 13 for 25, 140 some yards. I mean, that's just a little below average, but like I said, it wasn't horrible, it wasn't great. But couldn't score any points. The running game got going for the most part, but we couldn't score any points. Couldn't get in the red zone. Didn't even attempt the field goal. I think a lot of that had to do with Chad Ryland and the confidence in him. I think his confidence has really been broken. But this New England Patriots team, they're a bad football team. They are what their record says they are. Tyquan Thornton with a wide open drop. Devontae Parker not really getting a lot of separation. Juju Smith-Schuster didn't do much. The offensive line, they blocked pretty good, but they didn't really protect that well. Bailey was sacked, 4 or 5 times, maybe six. Khalil Mack had a monster day. I think this probably was Michael Williams and Trent Brown's worst game since they've been playing good. Took a step back yesterday. They weren't good. I'm saying the defense was great. Well, good. I ain't gonna say great. It was good. Chargers did help him out, dropping a few wide open passes. But other than that, I thought the defense played pretty well. No turnover. I don't think we sacked Herbert either. Did great against the run. Keenan Allen didn't really kill us. Didn't have a big game. Austin Eckler didn't do much. Quentin Johnson had like 50 yards, but had a big time drop. Other than that, it was a really like the Chargers won 6-0. I really want to say what nothing the Chargers did because they only put up 6 points. They got down to the red zone a couple of times. They only put up 6 points. Patriots couldn't even get a field goal. They couldn't even. Your defense asked you to get over 6 points. You couldn't even do that. That's bad, ladies and gentlemen. Like guys, this is a bad football team. Like I have not. This offense is horrible. I would say the whole team is bad. This offense is terrible. It looks like a high school football team. Like you couldn't even move the ball, couldn't get no points. Like it's been bad. Like it's horrible. You don't even know where to start. Like there's no playmakers on offense, especially now with Pop Douglas out, Amon Stevens out. Now to two of your better playmakers on offense. You already lost two of your best players on defense, Christian Gonzalez and Matthew Judon. Now you're gonna lose Amon Stevenson. You're gonna lose. You got Pop Douglas. He's out with another concussion. There's no playmakers on offense. Like this is bad, man. You look at the offense. It's bubble screens, quick slant, flats. Every now and then some play action. That's all they did. They just run the ball. There's no creativity. Nobody's getting no. There's nothing deep down the field. The time we did take the one shot down the field, Taekwondo thought was wide open. He was dropped there. I can say wide open, but he was open. In NFL, he was wide open. Had to have a few yards on the nearest defender. Like it's like when this team does something good, something bad happens. That's basically that's the way this to sum up this Patriots football season. Something good happened, then two steps back, something bad gonna happen right behind it. But yeah, they're a bad football team. Justin Herbert wasn't great yesterday. Didn't get helped out either. Like I said, Austin Eckler didn't do much. We got a little bit of pressure on her, but we didn't get a sack on him. I thought Keon White had a good game from defense. Anthony Jennings, Kristen Barmore, Bentley. I thought J.C. Jackson was solid yesterday. Jonathan Jones, Miles Bryant, Peppers. He's been great all year. But other than that, for the offense didn't do much. I mean, I think Bailey Zappi on that final drive should have had like 2 interceptions, throwing the ball in a team meeting, as some of the guys to say. Like, Matt Jones on the sideline, he was dressed. There was supposed to be Malik Cunningham, the Malik Cunningham package, but it wasn't. They didn't do anything with that. He didn't even get any snaps. Malik Cunningham didn't. Thought special teams was okay. A few great punts, or a few good punts, a few bad punts. But other than that, man, this team is a bad football team. The Patriots are what they are, a very bad football team. No creativity on offense. And I don't see it ending. Like, you got Pittsburgh Thursday, and I get into that game here shortly, along with the rest of the week. But I think we're in store for a terrible game on Sunday. I mean on Thursday. This gonna be a terrible game. If you're not a big football fan, like, this could be a bad game. I'm talking about, like, you thought this game here 6-0 was bad. This game here against Pittsburgh probably gonna be worse. Like, the team is just bad right now. They're in shambles. Don't know have a direction. And now you are a 2-10 football team, and you are competing with the top pick of the draft. If Carolina wins one game, Patriots will have number one overall pick. Right now, you're sitting at Tuca. Arizona beat Pittsburgh yesterday. Patriots would be the New England Patriots would be drafted number one. Let me know how many times you've heard that before. New England Patriots would be drafted number one overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft if the Panthers win one game. And looking at Carolina's schedule, they definitely can win a couple games. Then they got Tampa Bay again. They got the Saints again. I believe they got Atlanta again. Then they got a couple other. Then they got who else they got? They got a couple other interconference out of conference games. But the Panthers can definitely win a couple games, and the Patriots can mess around and get that one pick, and the Bears will be second probably. Because keep in mind that Carolina pick is not Carolina's. That's the Bears pick in the DJ Moore trade. So Carolina's been bad this year, but they're bad for the Bears. Not even bad for their own good. They have no first round draft pick. So it sucks. If you're a Panther fan, it does. They do not have a first round draft pick. They got a second, but they don't have a first round draft because they trade that in the DJ Moore trade. The Carolina Panthers did that. But if Carolina, they came close to beating Tampa Bay yesterday. If Carolina wins one game, the New England Patriots will have the number one overall draft pick, which is crazy. We've never heard that before. Now, we can get into who their pick and who's the best available at a given time. But right now, your team is sitting there with a top 3 pick. And worst case scenario, the Patriots going to be picking 3. That's the worst case scenario. It ain't going no lower than that. It ain't going to go no lower than that. Like, I think bringing in Bailey Zappi, I wouldn't even say it gave him a spark because you couldn't really see it tell on the field in terms of a spark. Wasn't much of a spark. I just thought it looked better. You can look better and still lose games. It looked better than what it was with Mac Jones. I think a lot of people think Bailey Zappi is a whole lot more exciting than Mac Jones. Mac Jones throws his bad interception off his back foot. Bailey Zappi didn't throw an interception yesterday. Now, his accuracy is not good. He doesn't have the best accuracy. If you give him some time, and the thing about Bailey Zappi, he can at least scramble. He can alleviate. He can get away from the pressure. That's what Bailey Zappi can do. But this team is they're in flux right now. They're a bad football team, like I said from the start, and there's no ending in sight. The only ending is you got 4 more games after Thursday. You got Kansas City, you got Denver, you got Buffalo, and you got the Jets. I don't think they'll win any of those games. I don't think the Patriots win no more games the rest of the season. They might get the Jets because the Jets got a lot of stuff going on there in New York. They might get them, and that game is home. They might get the Jets, but I don't think I don't think they're going to do much the rest of the year. Like I just don't see it. I don't know where they're going to get the wins from. Kansas City, you're not going to beat Kansas City, especially how they lost last night to Green Bay. Denver still fight for the playoff. Buffalo, they want to get you back for your last win. You got a good chance Thursday night against Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this game briefly. I'm gonna say the rest for like tomorrow, Wednesday. But Kenny Pickett is out for the Steelers. Patriots have a good chance to go in there and get that game. They can't really score. They got some of the same problems the Patriots got. Can't really move the ball on offense. Offensive coordinator situation a mess. That they got rid of Matt Canada. They got weapons though. Patriots don't have weapons. They got George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, Najee Harris, Pat Freeman, Robinson, like the decent offense. Like they got some guys. But they got Mitch Trubisky will be starting for the Pittsburgh Steelers on Thursday. We did play them last year, Kenny Pickett's rookie season, and then put him in. We played Mitch Trubisky, so we've seen this team last year, and it was an ugly game. It's the type of game the Patriots be wanting to win, like a 13-6. I don't remember the final score, but it was one of those games. It was a terrible game. I do think the Patriots have a good chance to go into Pittsburgh and win that game and get a win. I do think they do. Am I picking them? Probably not. I give my prediction later on in a couple of days. But I do think this Pittsburgh game and the Jets game is two of the winnable games that you really got. Pittsburgh, they're not as bad as New England in terms of personnel. I think more of Pittsburgh issues is like coaching, coordinator, yeah, on the offense. Like they got the players, but they ain't been using them right. They got rid of Matt Canada a couple weeks ago, and they really haven't looked that much different. They lost it. They beat Cincinnati, but that game was a dog fight. They didn't put up a lot of points. I think Kenny Pickett only had like 5 or 6. Kenny Pickett only has 5 or 6 touchdowns this season. So that should let you know right now where the Steelers are at. They do have a top defense. They got T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, Hayward. They got some guys on defense. Joey Porter's playing good. Mika Fitzpatrick, I think he broke his hand, did something to his hand against the Cardinals. But they got some pieces on that defense. That defense they still got a top 10 defense. Offense, I think they top 10 in name, top 15 name wise, but they not production wise. No, I think every now and then George Pickens, you could throw him a jump ball, he'll catch it. He makes some wild spectacular catch at least once a game when they feature him heavily. Other than that, Pittsburgh, it's definitely a game that New England can go in there and win. Won't be having Ramondre Stevenson, so it's probably gonna be Ezekiel Elliott and probably signing a running back off the practice squad. Probably Jermichael Hasty would be my guess. You got Zeke, Ty Montgomery, probably Jermichael Hasty. You have to sign somebody to that roster because Mondre's probably gonna be out for the foreseeable future with the ankle injury. Be interested to see if Pop Douglas plays. I heard he didn't practice today. They didn't really practice today, but if they would have played, he probably wouldn't practice. He's out with the concussion. He might be back for this game Thursday. Who knows? A short week. Or they might just rest him up, save him for the next game in Kansas City. And he got to be careful because that was his second concussion. I think Kayshawn Booty might play. He was out with I think shoulder injury and some type of illness that was going on, so he might play. But I think this Pittsburgh game is I'm not even gonna say interest. I think the only game on Thursday night football. I mean, I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people will be watching this game. A lot of people might turn to NBA basketball. I do not think a lot of people watch this game, man. It's gonna be one of the old fat like a slug. It's gonna be similar to the game last year. I think it'll be similar to the game last year, man, and probably worse than that. 'Cause at least last year we had Mac Jones. I think we had a better offense last year than what we had this year. I do think Bill O'Brien deserves a lot of blame for how bad the offense has been too. He's the offensive coordinator, and I don't think he's been. I think he's kind of been left off the hook a little bit because the personnel is so bad. Quarterback issues have been bad. I think that nobody's really talked about Bill O'Brien. Like, what are these play calls? You're throwing a quick slant, and you're throwing flats, bubble screen. You're running. It's too predictable. There's no creativity, no deep shot. They only throw the ball down the field. Like we bring in Bill O'Brien to help Mac Jones and to bring in a known proven commodity at the offensive coordinator position. And I think it's been worse than last year. Haven't really done much. I haven't seen no improvement. Of course, a couple games here and there. I think the Buffalo game was pretty good. But other than that, haven't really seen got much from Bill O'Brien in the offense. Now he hasn't. He's not giving a lot of help. We have probably one of the worst personnels, and the offensive line's been awful. But I expect a little more from Bill O'Brien and the offense being offensive coordinator. I really did. Um, I think the game plan Thursday against Pittsburgh probably gonna be try to run the ball. Pittsburgh can be ran on a loop. I think James Conner had a big game yesterday for the Cardinals. I don't think you can sit back and drop back 25, 30 times again, 25, 30 times against this defense. They got Highsmith, they got Watt coming off both edges, and they coming too. And Bailey Zappi, he already hold the ball alone and drops his eyes once the rush does get there. I think that it's gonna be a similar game plan what we just had in against the Chargers. Quick game, screens, run here, flat, bubbles. It's gonna be something like that. You're not gonna be able to hold that ball long against Pittsburgh in that pass rush, and they coming off a loss, so you know they're gonna come in fired up and ready to go. Mike Tomlin not gonna get embarrassed like that again. He's not. Yeah, I just can't see Mike Tomlin getting embarrassed again. Not on special national TV like that. I don't see that happening. I want to see the matchup. Joey Porter's playing some good ball for them at corner. He probably gonna stick on Devontae Parker, who's not getting no separation. Juju Smith-Schuster probably go against the second corner. They do have Patrick Peterson, or they might put Pat Pete on Devontae Parker and Joey Porter on Juju. However, they gonna line that up, depending on what we come out in. Um, I assume Taquan Thornton probably be your number 3 wide receiver on Thursday, and I think the backup rim will probably be Jermichael Hasty. So that'll probably be a practice squad or a game day elevation or something like that. Probably elevate to the official roster because of the injuries to Mondre Stevenson. And that's another thing on the radar too. We're gonna have to get a running back. Probably gonna have to draft a running back next year. Probably a couple. We're gonna have to draft a running back next year. Add that to the loan needs that the Patriots have. You need a third down back. You probably need a backup to Mondre. Because Zeke, I don't know if Zeke could come back next year. He probably want to go somewhere where he can win right away. But I think Ezekiel Elliott very quietly has put together a pretty good season. He had 52 yards yesterday on like 12, 13 rushes. He's been pretty solid for us. A lot of people are out on Zeke, but he's really been pretty good for us. But yeah, the Patriots are a bad football team. You're pretty much guaranteed a top 3 pick. Right now, you're sitting at 2. If I was drafting today, I'd probably go Drake, May, Marvin Harrison at second pick, assuming Caleb Williams go number 1. But and we have to keep an eye on the Carolina because if Carolina wins another game, like as I previously stated, the Patriots will get they will get the number 1 overall pick. New England will if Carolina wins one more game, and of course Patriots have to keep losing, which a lot of people project they will. But Carolina will get the number 1. Patriots will get the number 1 pick, and Carolina schedule it really ain't too hard. They had a couple winnable games, man. They got the same. Their division is a mess this year. So it's gonna be very. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. I think we're in store for these last month of the season. We got 4 more games after Thursday. It's gonna be one of the most interesting months as a Patriots fan ever. Like it really is, man. Be interesting. I think that was a good game last night. Green Bay, Kansas City. Jordan Love and Green Bay, they're coming on. They're playing some good ball here lately. He's Green. Jordan Love's proving the doubters wrong. A lot of people was out on him, and against a good Kansas City defense, ain't like he just doing it against scrubs. Green Bay looks good. Jordan Love looks real good. They got some good receivers. Christian Watson, Romeo Dobbs. Christian Watson could have been a Patriot. We passed on him, but they got some nice pieces there with the pack. I like what Green Bay's building there. They do in a weak NFC conference too. They really can do. I think, and I ain't talking about the future. They can do something this year if they get into the dance. I think Green Bay's team that don't nobody want to play. Kansas City's struggling, man. They got wide receiver issues, drops. Their offensive line was bad. I think Mahomes got sacked about 5 times last night, 4 or 5 times. Through interception, like Patrick Mahomes wasn't at his best last night. I don't think that Chiefs team is as good this year. I don't think. I think last year was an anomaly. I don't think that Chiefs team. I don't think they will do it this year. I do. I don't see it. Tonight we do have Monday Night Football. We got the Bengals versus the Jaguars. I think before when the schedule came, a lot of people thought that when they first seen this game, this is a big time game. Well, now it's not now with Joe Burrow and all the injuries the Bengals have had. Joe Burrow's out with I think tool in his hand or something like that, but he's out. So this game's kind of lost a little bit of his spark. You know what I mean? It's not a little bit of his spice kind of lost for this game, which Joe Burrow playing. I think Jake Browning's solid quarterback. Played good in the preseason. I seen him play against Green Bay. But I'm going Jacksonville at home tonight. They are fighting. Keep in mind, they fight for the number one seed. They're in a dogfight with Baltimore, Kansas City, Miami. I think Miami has it right now. But Jacksonville win tonight. They in prime position to get the number one seed. What's good with you, Jamar? Just did a little recap of the game from yesterday, man. About to get off here shortly. Talk about Monday Night Football right now. What you think about the game yesterday, man? How it was bad, man. I know it was hard for you to look at. 6-0 loss. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Jacksonville tonight. I think I go 23-14 low scoring game. Not gonna be too much, scoring a lot. But I think Jacksonville should win tonight. I will be back the rest of the week to preview the Steelers game. I'll be back tomorrow night, and I will be back Wednesday night before the game on Thursday. But I think with the Patriots and Chargers from yesterday, I just think, just all in a nutshell, just to sum it up, I think defense great, offense is horrible, was and is horrible. And I think if we have a decent offense, I think we are sitting there with about, I think we got 4 or 5 wins right now. We're in the last wild card spot if we have a decent offense. Tomorrow said, man, I thought we were gonna win. Not gonna lie, defense was playing good. Yeah, that was probably the best D they played all year. Yep, yep. I think so. Played real good, man. I think this game and that Eagles game week 1 were probably the two best games. The defense has been fair. It's been good this year. Not great, but defense has been real good this year. It's one of the bright spots. Just man, we do get Christian Gonzalez and Judon back. So man, I guess a good Charger. Well, I ain't gonna say a good Charger team, but they got some pieces. Justin Herbert's a top freaking 5 quarterback. Yes, it was raining yesterday, but they had some drops, but Justin Herbert couldn't get it done yesterday. He couldn't. That's the Patriots defense did that. But I think if we had just a competent offense, I think we really could put some point. We could be in the wild card spot right now, at least in the hunt. We don't even have an average offense right now. We have a high school horrible offense. So it's the little things, man. It's simple things, like it's the little things. That's what it is. But I will be spending a lot of time tomorrow breaking down Pittsburgh. We'll be live tomorrow night, 7:30. If everybody's gonna hop, that's hopping on now. It's gonna hop on later on night and see the stream. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. Also, Cash App is down there if you would like to support the show. But I'm about to go ahead and get off. So go ahead and watch some Monday Night Football for the night. I appreciate all y'all joining me tonight. Um, Hey man, just Pat Selection Storm is almost over. There's 4 more weeks of football. After Pittsburgh, we got 4 more games. We got Kansas City, Denver, Buffalo, and the Jets, and we can get on with the offseason. So we just gotta hang on, man. We almost there at the finish line. The Storm is almost over, and then we really can get in this offseason, get into like some draft stuff, free agency. Is Bill gonna be here? Who's gonna be the coach? A lot of things. It's gonna be real busy offseason, man. Real busy offseason. But I appreciate all y'all joining me, man. Like I said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Comment, let me know what you think about the video. Please make sure you like the video. Please make sure you like it, share it, subscribe down there, follow me on Twitter and IG. I appreciate all you joining me, and make sure you join me tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern to break down the Steelers and Patriots Thursday night football game on Amazon Prime. I appreciate it. Have a good one.